and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about our program, it's great that you're here with me, by the way, this morning. It takes a little bit extra effort to be here at 6:30 in the morning. I get that, and those who put in the effort will do well. One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades. And when you're a regular member, we've got multiple live trades every day where a person like me, who is a skilled trader, comes on. They do their analysis and recommend a trade. And there are a dozen different signals that you can trade from. At the 10 a.m. session, they do a little scalp trade. At the 6 p.m. session, they do a long-term trade, which is generally 20 plus pips. And then at 10 p.m. they are trading. It's morning time in Australia, so they are trading Australian pairs, and they're generally going for a 10 plus pip trade. And then we also have additional paid sessions. We have continuous training in addition to the one-on-one training that we provide on Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings. So we are committed to you. The program's structured in such a way that it helps you excel by keeping you accountable, having an accountability partner, which is us. Because you're trading our money, we care about what you're doing, and we want to see that you don't lose it. So with that, let us get into the trade. I trade off of a checklist, and let's see if we can find it. I got too many open documents here. I start every day by restarting a green chart and making sure, I just restart the green chart. That's a good habit. For whatever reason, when it stays on too long, the memory gets screwed up and it's a little slow to perform. So by turning it off and turning it on, it works a little better. A review of yesterday, or at the end of the day, the review of what transpired that day. Last night we took a trade. What was the trade? We didn't find the principal trade I do is something called a 10-point trade, where I'm trying to get all the lines to line up. We did not find one yesterday, so I ended up switching gears, and we took a little scalp trade for 5 pips on the pound USD, and that closed shortly after we got off the phone, after we got off the analysis. So I have been trading for 3 years. Occasionally I still make mistakes. So this review is important in order to just keep improving, keep getting better. You don't go from, being okay to being great overnight. It's an incremental thing. You're going to keep making tweaks to your trading program that allow you to get better. As we are technical traders, we are trading based on the price action, which means how the price moves. And our indicators are very good at anticipating how prices will move. However, news does impact trading. So we want to know what news is upcoming so that we can trade around it. And to do that, we are going to go to Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into three events, three categories. Yellow is a low impact, red is a high impact, and orange is a medium impact. And generally, I want to be out of anything that if I'm going to trade something that is red, I do not want to be holding it 2 hours beforehand. I find that even though the news announcement's a certain time, you start to see news creep within that 2 hour window. So the pair may act differently than what the signal is telling you. So this morning on the USD at 9:45, we've got some news. So 2 hours beforehand puts us at 7:45. So maybe if we have a scalp, we take it, but it doesn't look like we'll trade the USD this morning. And there's actually more news. There's a couple more yellow items at 10 a.m. We can't predict how the news is going to impact it, so we just want to stay out of it. And given where the dollar is at a 20-year record low or high, I guess you'd say, it's right now $1 is worth more than a euro. It hasn't been like that for as I said, 20 years. So it's very new territory. And that new territory, given that I principally trade the euro dollar, kind of scares me a little bit. The indicators are very good, but given I'm seeing something that I've not seen before, I tend to go a little bit slower till I understand it. So since we're at kind of new territory, we'll go slow on anything with the U.S. dollar. And because we're in new territory, these orange items here may have a stronger impact than they normally do. So we're going to just stay away from the dollar this morning. On last night's trade setup, it was a pending buy stop. So if you have taken that, just it didn't hit. So just close it out right now, and we'll see what we come up with this morning for a trade. And then everything else is good. So let's go ahead and just start getting into it. So we are going to do our analysis on the 10-point trade. I am doing it off of a 1 hour chart. And basically, I am trying to get 7 points with a point from each section that tells me that the move is going to be in a certain direction. So I'm looking for three points from the majors, 3 or 4 points from the TNTs, and 1 point from the pressure. So let's go ahead and take a look. This chart that I'm using is the Light 6 Major chart. It's one of the standard layout charts. I like to call it a composite chart because it is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour candle. A 1 hour candle, a move is going to be worth somewhere between 5 and 35 pips. And what will determine that is the specific currency pair and kind of where it is within the support and resistance range. So when I do my analysis, I start with the middle section, the majors and minors. The red and green line are the major indicators. The black and gray are the minor indicators. And I am looking for situations where these lines are either above this horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line. When the market is overbought, that becomes a good opportunity to sell. Likewise, when the lines are below the red line, the market is oversold, and I'm looking for the lines to be under the red, pointing up. That's an opportunity to buy. So, excuse me. Let's see here. So I am looking for situations where we're overbought and the lines are going down. Here on the Australian USD, we didn't. The majors didn't quite get overbought. I myself prefer, unless it's on the Euro USD, I prefer us to be up above and then going down. I'm not as keen when it changes in the middle of the channel. But we do have 3 points here technically. The majors, the red and green, are going down. The minors are going down. We didn't, as I said, we didn't quite get to overbought. And the red line is crossed over the black, or the red line's crossed over the green. The black line's crossed over the gray. I don't like the slope of the green line. I'd rather have it a little steeper. But I do, if you count this as 3 points, we've got this part of the signal. We then jump up to the TNTs and see how many lines are going in the same direction, supporting the sell here. 2 orange lines are going down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So 3 of the 4 are telling me sell. I've got down pressure. It's weak down pressure, but it is down pressure. So I have 7 points. But as I say, 3 reasons why I'm not going to take this trade. One is I don't like that we didn't get fully overbought before we took it. 2, I don't like the slope on the line. And 3, we've got news coming up on the USD. Even though it's outside of 2 hours, we're close enough to 2 hours. When I take a trade on off of this 1 hour chart, I'm expecting it could be open from 1 to 3 hours. So 3 hours does put us within that window. And given the slope of this, I'm not sure I want to take that chance. So we're going to pass. I'm still going to look through through all the Euro USDs because in addition to taking a trade, part of this is to just teach you what I'm looking at and thinking about when I'm looking at this. So that's helpful. Again, this setup is very similar to this setup. The slope of the line bothers me. It is curious that we do have the down pressure. And I don't like that it didn't get overbought. Euro pound. I like this signal. Overbought. We're clearly overbought. Everybody's coming down. I don't mind that the miners have kind of run more than halfway through the channel. We've got much better slope here on the green line coming down. So I've got 3 points here. 1, we're overbought. 2, everybody's going down. And 3, I've got the red line on top of the gray line. And then I also like the idea that the slope is kind of greater than 45%. This is like closer to 75%. 2 orange lines coming down, dotted blue coming up. So 3 of the 4 here. I need a minimum of 3 out of the 4. And I have weak down pressure. So I have all the points here. If there wasn't that news item on the Euro USD, I would go to the next part of my analysis, which is confirming the setup. So there I do have the setup. I would want to confirm the setup. Because I'm not going to take a trade on the dollar, we're going to pass. But this is a nice setup. Here, USD Canadian dollar oversold. Majors are kind of going sideways, so we're going to pass. USD Swiss franc. We are overbought. Majors going down, minors going sideways. I want everybody going down. I want everybody in agreement. So we got nothing there. USD yen, we are just reaching overbought. And everybody's kind of starting to go sideways. So let's go on. What I've done is I've kind of cloned this chart and made a second one that I call 6 major 2. that uses non-US pairs. So here the first one is euro pound. Euro pound is oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross, so I've got 3 points here. And there's nice steepness on the green line. And the other thing that I like about this, which isn't a specific rule, but when the lines are clustered and close together, that's a better signal than when the lines aren't clustered. So the lines are clustered here. So 3 points here. 3 points here with the TNTs. The two orange lines are going up very steeply. Dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here. I've got down pressure. It's actually kind of sideways, but the green line is on top. So I get a point for that. So I've got 7 points here. 3 with the TNTs. Oh, excuse me. 3 with the TNTs, 3 with the majors and minors, and 1 with the pressure. So when I have 7 points, I am going to go confirm. I want to confirm the. I want to confirm. So I want to look at a chart with multiple time periods for the Euro USD. Oh, excuse me, Euro pound. So this is kind of like. Let me put this out of the way because I'm going to knock it over. The Euro USD, but it's with the the pound USD, but it's with the euro. It's kind of the same similar setup. So I am going to go to so this chart has 1 pair versus 6 pairs and multiple time periods, a 2 minute, a 30 minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, 4 hour. So I'm going to change the pair to euro on here. Euro, Great Britain pound. And I want to take a look at the 2 and the 4 hour. And basically what I'm looking for on the 2 and the 4 hour is, so here's the setup that we just saw. I want to see that we are also oversold. Doesn't necessarily have to be going up like here. Here we almost have the buy signal. The miners haven't committed to going up yet. I just want it to be oversold, and I want it to be oversold on the 4 hour. Here we do have a good signal. Everybody's going up. We got the double cross. And what that does is it gives me a little comfort. If this signal weakens, if I'm overbought or oversold here and oversold here, I'm eventually going to get the trade. It's just going to take longer for it to execute. Right now, I'm looking for the trade to execute within 1 to 3 hours off of this 1 hour signal. But if for some reason there's something in the market that causes it to stall out, I'll still catch the trade here or here. So so we've got the confirmation. So once I have the confirmation, I need to figure out what the trade is worth. To figure out what the trade is worth, I am going to take a look at the what the trend is and what the support and resistance are. So again, I'm going to open up a new chart, and I'm going to change this to euro pound. And I am going to pull this together to add some support and resistance on it. And I want to pull it together because it gives me more data points to drop that support and resistance on. So support and resistance are basically spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And again, going back to, I want to get in and get out of trades quickly. Knowing where these spots are help me do that. And it's a little bit of an art and a little bit of a science. So we get some stopping here, some stopping here, some stopping here, stopping in here, stopping in here, over here, over here. So knowing where these spots are, I'm not going to trade through them. I'm going to trade up to them. I'm going to trade up to them. On the euro dollar, these tend to be 30, 40 pips apart. So we've got some stopping in here, some stopping in here, some stopping in here, a little bit here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here. So we'll put one above and one below. Oops. Let's see here. So right in here, in here a little bit, in here a little bit, over here. So now that I see this, I'm going to pull it back out so we can look at the, oops, what happened here? We get back to where we were. Here we go. So let's pull this out. And how are we going to categorize this? Yesterday or last week, it was trending up for a couple days. And today, yesterday and today, it's trending down. And we are into this new channel. Then I want to know how far we are from where we're at to these different support lines. So going up here, I am 23 pips. You can see it up in the right-hand corner over here. So 23 pips there, and about 2 pips, 2.5 pips here. So 25 pips up. So we're just shy of 30 pips. The question then is, the one thing I don't like about, oops, come on. One thing I don't like is the candle hasn't closed on this side of the support line. So we are in we're in this channel here, but last hour it bumped up to the line and stopped. This hour it's on the other side of the line, but I really kind of want it to be in the channel. You see how it's kind of pulling back to the resistance line? So I'd feel much better about this trade if we were on the other side of that line. And we are trading against the trend. So trading against the trend, I am going to take less pips because the trend tends to dominate. And if I'm trading against it, there's a chance that it will continue running the way it's running. So I don't want to take too many pips against it and then it keep going the other direction. So from here to here, it's 17 pips. And from here to here, it's 11 pips. So I'm taking a look at where, within the channel here, it seemed to stop a little bit here and it seemed to stop a little bit here. So I want to be a little bit more conservative when I'm trading against the trend. So maybe 11 pips. Let us take a look at, and you know what? I didn't save that. Let's go back and take a look at the chart one more time before we decide what we want to do. But see how it's coming right down here? it had closed on this side. So I forgot to save this. So let's put it back in euro, Great Britain pounds. Come on, come on. We're running out of time here. Here we go. I'm going to refresh it because we don't have all the lines here. Let's see. Oh, come on. Great Britain pound. All right. We've the signal is weakened since we've been looking at it. And what I mean by it's weakened, the pressure, we've lost the point on the pressure. Before we had the green line on top. Now we don't have the green line on top. We do here have the green line on top, and we do here. We just don't here. I'm thinking about it. You know what? I'm going to hold off. We're not going to take this trade. I want the green line to be on top here. I think it's going to take too long for it to. It still has to get across that resistance line, and I'm guessing it's pulled back to it. If it closes above here, which it looks like it's going to, maybe next hour, if that's still there, this would be a decent trade, but I don't want to take it now. I'd rather be choosy. The whole point here is I only need 2 or 3 good trades a day, and I want to be choosy to pick the trade that I want, and I want to wait till I get my setup. Now that we've got the new candle, we have the setup. We've got the cross. Now the thing I don't like about the trade, so we still have the 3 points here. Now we're in a new candle. We have the 3 points. It did close. It closed above, but we have this kink in the line. I don't like when we're going from more steep to less steep. We still have the setup on the 2 and the 4 hour. Green is on top all across. This is a good signal. We don't have the setup here, but I'm not interested in the TNTs on the setup. I'm just interested in where the majors and minors are. So, so sorry, gang. No trade this morning. Again, sometimes the best trade is the trade that we don't take. The key is not to lose money, to try to avoid losing money, and having that right balance of kind of risk reward. And the indicators are accurate, but I want to wait till I see my setup. So with that, we will reconvene again Thursday morning. Thanks so much for being here. We will make you good traders. If you have questions, reach back out to the person that you're working with, or schedule some time with me. You can schedule some time with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. All right. Thanks so much. See you Thursday. Bye-bye.